PI versus Ninja. Who is deadliest? Oh, body slam from the Ninja. Oh, Texas working the body. Oh! Falcon kick. Hit him in the nards. Dexterity fail.
Hey! Get back up here. I'm not through with you yet. You picked the wrong PI to screw with today, pal.
Looks like he really fell for me.
Well, well. It isn't Mr. NSA alumnus, Dag Horton. I have the strangest feeling he's not the real Black Arrow killer. I'm missing part of the picture here, but what is it? And what's the connection to Malloy?
I think the real Black Arrow killer's gone for a trip.
The cops show up right after I get a peek under Dag Horton's mask. They take my statement, then ask if I'd like to come and try the new coffee blend down at the station. I happen to know their coffee tastes like llama spit, but they're just being civil. When we get to the police station, I'm escorted into Mac Malden's office.
You don't say. Yeah? Who told you that? Did you know the guy you threw off the roof?
I didn't throw anybody off the roof, okay? Like I told you, Jackie's out there. We were rollerblading. Things got out of hand. He jammed his wheel, and the next thing I know...
You seem to forget I'm a cop, and I'm a tired, pissed-off cop. If you keep getting on my nerves, I can put you in a drunk tank. I can do this whole thing again tomorrow. So, you chase the guy up to Rusty's funhouse. Then what?
Well, there was a black Avatar speeder up on the roof waiting for the guy. I jumped him, and we struggled, but he went right over the top.
We got a witness says the attacker was carrying a box when he ran from the go. We didn't find it. You know anything about that?
No. I've told you everything I know.
As soon as she walked in my office, I knew she was trouble. She had the kind of earrings that'd pull your lobes right off. She looked at me with a look that would turn a man's spine into jelly. That's all I got.
All right, Murphy. You can go. Your story matches up. Right? There's one more thing. The NSA is getting involved in this. They're interested in that missing box. They're going to want to talk to you. Don't get too smart on this one, Murphy. You're in way over your head.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, you're welcome. One more thing.
Don't leave town.
And this is not where you're going to tell me. Stick around in town. We might have to ask you some more questions. How many times have you told me that over the last 10 years? This case is getting way too complicated. There's a connection between Horton, the NSA, and the box Horton stole from Emily's apartment. But what is it? The NSA getting involved worries me. And then there's that gorgeous woman who got me off the hook. Who's she? I guess I need a plan of action. But first I need to talk to Emily and find out what she knows about Malloy. And then about the box Horton stole from her apartment. Sheesh, it's gonna be a busy day.
Just the man I wanted to talk to. I understand the Black Arrow killer struck for the last time. Care to make any comments?
Yeah, I've got a name for you. Dag Horton.
Thanks for the lead. I'll see what I can find out about this Horton guy. This could be just what I need to top off my story on the Black Arrow killer cover-up.
Yeah, I'm sure the NSA is just gonna love it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Doesn't ring a bell. Can't help you with that. I can't help you, but I'll check my sources. There's nothing I'd like more than to light a fire under the National Surveillance Agency. It's like they say, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Autotech. Gee, that sounds... Doesn't ring a bell. Are you gonna ask me about every person you ever heard of?
I'm also going to show you every item in my inventory to see if you have any passing interest in them. Oh man, how long have I been doing this? No, I started up at like probably around 4:30 or 5. Oh yeah. Mm, probably will in a little bit. Oh, I like this. I mean, Under a Killing Moon and Pandora are a pretty reliable series when it comes to adventure games.
This thing must have fallen out of Horton's pocket. It's a tracking device. Maybe Horton stashed the box he stole from Emily's apartment, planning on using this to locate the box later. This operates the way most tracking devices do. The sound it emits will speed up the closer I get to the target. There's too much interference up here for this thing to work. I better take it down to the street. The tracking device should work fine down here.
Save. I live dangerously, baby. Beeping's getting faster. It's about as fast as it ever beeps. That's way slower.
Wonder what's hidden inside this wall. The brick might come loose, but I can't get my fingers under it to move it.
How did he get the thing out?
Whoa. A small device is attached to the bars. Better take a closer look before I do anything rash. It's a Claiborne mine. I've read about these. To deactivate it, the red photons must be transferred to the left, and vice versa for the green. They're transferred by using the small shuttle that has 3 black stripes on it, and is now on the red side. The transfer chamber must be powered by a red or green power cell, which is lighter color than the others. Red or green photons can be in the same chamber and in the shuttle, but if there's more of one color than the other, it creates an imbalance, and the shuttle won't transfer. Whoa.
Hmm.
Whoa.
I need to hear this again.
I've read about these. To deactivate it, the red photons must be transferred to the left, and vice versa for the green. They're transferred by using the small shuttle that has 3 black stripes on it, and is now on the red side. The transfer chamber must be powered by a red or green power cell, which is lighter color than the others. Red or green photons can be in the same chamber and in the shuttle, but if there's more of one color than the other, it creates an imbalance, and the shuttle won't transfer.
Oh, I think I get it. Yeah. Okay, so there's got to be a lighter one in the chamber, but there can't be two. There can't be an imbalance between the two. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there'll be 3 in there and 3 in there. Okay, this should work. Hopefully this won't blow me up. Oh, that did work. Very cool.
This reminds me of a Chinese puzzle box I had when I was a kid, but this one's made of unusual metal. This box has holes drilled all over the top. I'll need to find whatever goes in those holes in order to get this box open.
Put bomb in mouth.
Come on in. Guys came by. Did you have any problems with the cops?
Nothing serious.
You want a drink?
Sure.
Bourbon. Straight up, right?
Right. What'd you guess?
Physiognomy. It's a hobby of mine. You can tell almost anything about a person by their facial features.
Well, I guess I have a bourbon face.
Something like that. Listen, Murphy, I've got to apologize for the other night. That note that Emily got shook me up pretty bad. Though, I didn't want her to know I was worried.
Well, don't sweat it. I guess I kind of have a distrustful face. Of course, that'd be your department.
Well, I do want to thank you. You saved Emily's life.
So she's okay?
She's pretty rattled. But she isn't hurt. If you'd come in any later than you did. She's upstairs, sleeping it off.
I'm fine, Gus. I couldn't sleep anymore. Gus told me what you did. I don't know how to thank you.
Well, I guess we cut it pretty close, but I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks.
Listen, Emily, it's not too much trouble. I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Come on, Murphy. She's been through enough already. Cops grilled her last night. Let's let it rest for a while.
It's okay, Gus. I owe him. A couple more questions isn't gonna hurt me. Go ahead, Tex. No, thank you.
But
No, thank you.
That's the most polite rejection I've ever heard in my life.
Thomas is my husband.
Pardon me for being stupid, but let me get this straight. You're Thomas Malloy's wife?
Yeah, we were married about a year ago.
So where's your husband?
I don't know.
Well, do you have any idea why he doesn't want you to know where he is?
No. He just said it'd be better for me. Safer for me. I honestly don't know why he left.
The man who attacked you last night took something from your apartment. Looked like a small box. Do you know what it was?
No. I mean, I don't know what was in it. I couldn't figure out how to open it.
How'd you get it?
Well, Thomas sent it to me. I don't know why anyone would want it.
How'd it arrive?
Through some delivery service. It was wrapped in plain brown wrapper.
How'd you know Thomas sent it to you?
Well, I recognized the handwriting on the outside of the wrapper. It was just plain brown paper. I threw it out, I guess. I don't know where it is. I really don't know too many people around here. I heard Thomas mention that, but I don't know much about it. I'm afraid I'm not much help. I'm not very good with names. No, thank you. Actually, I'm feeling really beat. I'm gonna go back to bed. I'll see you guys later.
She's a real trooper, isn't she?
Yeah. Murphy, I really owe you. If you ever need a favor, just name it.
Thanks. Keep that in mind. Right now, I need as much information as I can get about Malloy.
I'll tell you what I know. No thanks. No thanks. If I knew where he was, I'd tell you. But I haven't heard from him for almost a month. I think I threw it out in the dumpster behind the club. It might still be there. I checked out the box Emily received, but I couldn't figure out how to open it. Doesn't sound familiar. I've heard it's the most powerful agency in the government. A couple things Malloy told me made me think they're after him for some reason. Don't know. Sorry. I don't know him.
That looks like it could be the brown paper wrapper from the package Malloy sent to Emily. Snagged up on the line close, though. Oh, there's no return address.
Success.
There has to be something here that will give me a lead to Malloy. Maybe I need to take a closer look. The microdot on the wrapper contains the PB meter number. Probably some kind of postal code. Must identify which post office the package was sent from. Now I just need to find someone who would know which post office that is.
Yeah, who would know shit about post office stuff? Oh, shut the fuck up. The mailman. Yes, I know the mailman. Mr. Anderson.
Oh, man, this isn't about those parking tickets.
Shut up.
All right. My new acquaintance is a good deal less cordial than the police were earlier. I'm thrown into the back of a black Avatar speeder. A few minutes later, we fly into the industrial sector and land by a familiar building. Auto Tech. I'm led inside, straight to Jackson Cross's office.
Welcome, Mr. Murphy. Please make yourself comfortable. You know where you are?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy will fucking kill me. I've just been kidnapped by the agents from the Matrix.
Literally or metaphysically?
Let me rephrase the question. Do you know who I work for?
Make things a little more fun, narrow it down, or afraid the irresponsible past finally has caught up.
Or can I have 3 guesses?
This guy's a real joker, isn't he? Mr. Murphy, did you ever hear of the Graham Act? That's a
Uh-oh. The jacket's coming off.
order that was enacted.
He's gonna tool me up big time.
Having trouble with terrorist groups. It gives our agency carte blanche when dealing with internal security matters. So don't dick with me, Murphy. I'll pull out my gun and blow your face off.
Don't take any guff, a little tax humor, or get to the point. Don't take his shit.
Now I know who you work for. You work for the IRS.
Get this guy out of here. Make it painful.
Do I apologize quickly and completely, mention my links to local law enforcement, or play my hand?
Shoot him and run away.
You want something from me. I think your threats are just a bluff.
You're right. It's a waste of time to threaten you.
Thanks for that, guys. That was great. Did that not work? He shot me in the face.
Literally or... Now
I'm going to apologize.
Look, Mr. Cross, I'm sorry. I joke around when I get nervous. I'll try and control it. You're with the NSA, right?
Bravo. Give the man a big cigar. Now to the next question. Do you know why you're here?
At a total loss, suspicious of commitment, or make a good guess and an excuse.
Might have something to do with the guy who fell off the roof.
Your actions contributed to the death of an NSA agent. Not to mention the small matter of interfering with an NSA investigation. Now you've got 1 minute to tell me all you know, or you'll find yourself the latest victim of the Graham Act.
Tell part of the story, tell the whole story, or exercise a privilege. I'm guessing that is like he's gonna plead the fifth. I'm gonna tell the whole story. Ah, fuck it.
A girl hired me to find out who was stalking her. I kept an eye on her place. I saw your guy in her apartment. I chased him to the roof. He pulled out a gun. He tried to shoot me. We struggled and he fell.
We've known for some time that high-level drug deals were going on at the Flamingo. That night, a shipment of euphoria was to be delivered. We had our agent at the girl's apartment to make the bust. Her life was never in any danger. You screwed up. I know that you're still holding something back. What is it?
Pretend that I've come clean, ask for leniency. Yeah, that's gonna work. Or tell the whole story. I'm gonna pretend I come clean.
Geez, I told you everything I know and then some.
So that's it. Nothing more you want to tell me about.
Eager to leave, pay him a nice compliment, or let him in on the box. I am not telling him about this box.
No. Can I go now?
Sure you can. Take him. Make it clean.
Okay, maybe I should tell him about the box.
We've known.
Oh, well, there is one more thing. Your agent found a small metal box at the Flamingo.
So you do have it. You should have said so in the first place. Now, do you want to tell us where it is?
Hand it over, bargain, or keep it for insurance. Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm going to keep it. I'm going to bargain.
You cut me a deal?
Oh, I'm not much of one for compromises, Mr. Murphy. Give me the box. I'll see what kind of mood I'm in.
I've got it right here. Take it.
So you bid us to the box. You impress me, Murphy. I'm going to do you the favor of a lifetime. I'm going to let you walk. But if I catch you meddling in NSA affairs one more time, I'm going to put a bullet right in your eyeball. Is that clear? Get this pukehead out of my office. I'll be watching you, Murphy.
Yeah, this is good. You can drop me anywhere along here.
We will.
Mr. Anderson.
The
The NSA thugs are courteous enough to drop me off back at the ridge. When I get to my apartment, I notice the door is slightly ajar. The government boys probably spent some time in my office looking for the box. Hello.
I hope you don't mind. The door was open.
Well, I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long.
Nice place you got here. Decorate it yourself?
No. My housekeeper just started on Prozac.
Have a seat.
Well, thank you.
So, aren't you gonna thank me?
You pulled my chestnuts out of the fire the other night, didn't you? I didn't get a chance to thank you because you left so quickly. I want to know why you did it.
Oh, I'm sure you have women doing all kinds of crazy things just to get your attention.
You don't know me very well, do you? When a woman pays attention to me, generally I'm so stunned, I don't do anything about it.
I doubt that very much. So you drink bourbon, huh?
Yeah, I can afford it.
Yamas.
Yamas. Sounds Greek to me.
That's Greek to everybody.
I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ms.
Madsen. Regan Madsen. But I'd prefer you call me Regan.
Okay, Regan. You can call me Tex.
That's not your real name. What is it?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Sorry. I gotta know somebody pretty thoroughly before I come clean on that one.
Well, then, maybe you should get to know me pretty thoroughly. So where's the box?
Box. Yeah, I got lots of boxes. What size do you need?
You know what I'm talking about.
I do not.
You like to play games, Tex. So do I. What's your angle?
I don't have an angle, Miss Madsen. My business is my own. I don't have a partner, and I don't like small talk. You're a very beautiful woman. Extremely beautiful woman. But that doesn't make any difference as far as I'm concerned.
Tough, too. I have a proposition for you. First of all, you should know, I didn't just stumble into this part of town by accident. I've been looking for somebody.
And who might that be?
Thomas Malloy.
I gotta find out about this guy. He knows all the beautiful women in town.
He's my father.
Oh.
I heard you were asking around about him, and I thought I'd see what you found out.
You said something about boxes.
Still playing the game? My father sent out several boxes lately. The NSA was closing in on him, and he started to panic. I'm not exactly sure what was in the boxes or however many he sent out, but whoever finds all those boxes is going to come into an ungodly amount of money.
So what's your proposition?
I've already got one of the boxes. You give me the one you have, and I'll cut you in on the deal. Help me locate the others, and we'll have more money than you ever imagined. That's my proposition, plain and simple. You'll probably want some time to think this over. Why don't you call me at this number when you're ready to talk? Don't lose that number, Tex. I think we make a perfect fit.
Well, Regan Madsen sure knows how to make a first impression. Question is she on the level? There's no way to know if she's really Malloy's daughter or if she knows any more about the boxes than I do. I wonder if Fitzpatrick has any knowledge of the boxes, or Regan for that matter. There's a lot more involved here than just tracking down an old friend. And I'm right in the middle of it. confident that we're closer than when we started.
Excellent. Now, what can I do for you? Thomas had a daughter named Regan. She was very young when I knew her in China. I can't say that this Regan Madsen is Thomas's daughter. Sorry, I'm afraid that's unfamiliar to me. Intriguing. If you find this puzzle box, I'd like to have a look at it. The name is new to me. The NSA is a dangerous group. I've dealt with them before, and I have no desire to do it again. But I fear we may have no choice. I can't help you with that.
The people of the city mean less to me than a festering bowl of dog snot.
Now maybe you'll give me the respect I deserve.
Respect? Bah! You may have everyone else fooled, but I know dumb luck when I see it. I suppose you want me to help you again. Of course I've heard about it. I just doubt I know any more about it than you. How should I know who that is? You expect me to know about that?
Hey, let me buy you a drink, mate.
Well, only if you insist. Make it a big one, okay?
I heard you saved that girl up at the Flamingo. The least I can do for our local hero is to buy him a drink.
Local hero, huh? I like the sound of that. Maybe it'll help me get to first base with Chelsea.
Maybe you should start with the drink and go from there. What else can I do for you? Out of my league on that one. I don't know who she is.
I know Thomas is in danger. I can feel it. You have to save him, like you saved me.
I'll do what I can, Emily, but I can't guarantee anything. Feel up to answering a few more questions.
Sure. I haven't heard anything about that. That's Thomas's daughter. She hates my guts. But I have no idea why.
Doesn't sound familiar. Don't know. Sorry.
This guy.
What can I do for you, Murphy?
That's the code for the post office in the Mission District.
Like I told you, we didn't find it.
I land my speeder outside the post office Mac referred me to. The counter help fails to live up to its name, but a professional loiterer working outside seems to recognize Malloy in the photo. For half a pack of smokes, he suggests I check out several boarding houses in the area. After pounding the pavement for over an hour, I arrive at a quaint brownstone called the Garden House.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Get down to brass tacks, little white lie or big black lie. Because you guys want me to die as horribly as possible.
From the health department. We've had some complaints from some of your boarders. They say you've got roaches the size of baby Ruths.
My goodness, roaches? I haven't seen any. Can I see your identification?
Let her in on a secret, play absent-minded, or explain the lack of ID.
We don't carry ID at the health department, but we can always be identified by our clean hands and inner glow.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'll have to see some ID before I can let you in. Have a nice day.
Well, that didn't go very well. Maybe I should try it again.
Try this again.
My ID. I knew I forgot something this morning.
I'm sorry.
Well, I didn't.
Luckily, she has no long-term memory, and I can just keep trying this.
I'm from... Yeah? Well, just between us, I'm working undercover. If word gets out about these mega roaches, everyone's gonna panic, and this city will erupt into total chaos.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'll have to see some ID.
Well, that didn't go very...
Okay, so the roach plan isn't going to work.
I'm looking for my Uncle Thomas. You see, we lost him last week.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, he's not dead. He's not from the next town. He disappeared a few days ago, and I'm trying to find him.
You say his name is Thomas? No, there's no one by the name of Thomas staying here.
Hand over the photo, mention Malloy's alias, or use force.
Well, if you don't mind, sweetie, I'll come in and look around anyway.
I'm sorry, visitors' hours are over. You'll have to come back some other time. Goodbye.
Well, that didn't go very well.
That wasn't very forceful.
I'm so...
You might be using the name Tyson Matthews.
Oh, heavens, yes. He moved in last week. Such a nice man.
Yeah. Well, now that I know that he's here, I've got to talk to him. Where is he?
He's not here right now. I'll tell him you came by looking for him. You can try back tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Well, that didn't go very well. Maybe I should try it again.
See, the asshole route is not exactly working for me, but...
You might be using the name... I know he seems very nice. But he's really a sick man. You know, well, he's got a terrible case of Murphy Bar syndrome.
My goodness, he seems so lucid.
Yes, that's the scary part.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's just so hard to see Uncle Thomas turning into a horrible zombie of a man.
Monsieur, my nephew. Your uncle's not in right now, but I'll let you into his room. You can wait for him up there. Okie dokie?
Just punch the old lady. Dianetics.
Book of puzzles. Maybe it has some word searches in it. I love word searches. A collection of the Bay City Mirror's daily anagram puzzles. If I ever really get stuck on an anagram, at least I've got a connection to the newspaper. A solid maple roll-top desk. I'd kill for a desk like this. Well, maybe I just made somebody. Cosmic Connection magazine. I seem to remember Fitzpatrick saying something about this. Looks like a business card. I remember Fitzpatrick telling me about the Cosmic Connection magazine. Looks like a sci-fi rag to me. An envelope addressed to someone named Mindful Wit. Yes, I'll bet whatever's on here will give me a lead. I can run it on the computer back at the office. It's all locked up.
Figures. Okay, that didn't work.
I remember Fitzpatrick telling me about the Cosmic Connection magazine. It's like a sci-fi rag to me.
Thought I could dial the number on that card. Okay, well, that is strange. Maybe I forgot something in that room.
This pair of keys wasn't here before. I guess Malloy must have come back and then left.
I don't think that was there before.
This warehouse address is 54 Front Street. That's in the waterfront area. Dr. Thomas Malloy, I presume.
You're NSA, aren't you?
No, sir, I'm not NSA. My name's Tex Murphy, and I'm a private investigator. I was hired by a friend of yours.
I don't have any friends, Mr. Murphy.
Well, what about Gordon Fitzpatrick?
Fitz. Good old Fitz. I wonder why he sent you after me.
You all right?
Give me some water, will you? Thanks. I've led an excessive life, and I'm afraid the bill is coming due. Now listen, Murphy. What I'm going to tell you could help Fitzpatrick continue my work. The only catch is I'll put you in the same danger I'm in.
Don't let that stop you. Danger's a little like Jell-O. Always room for a little more.
Ever hear of Project Blue Book?
Sounds familiar.
Have you ever heard of Roswell?
Yeah. About 100 years ago, there was an apparent UFO crash. And the government came out and said it was just a weather balloon.
A weather balloon? It was no damn weather balloon. It was a spacecraft. The Roswell incident was the greatest disinformation campaign of all time.
So what was the connection between Roswell and Project Blue Book?
Well, Roswell is where Project Blue Book became Project Blueprint. Now, you probably never heard about it, seeing as how you're still alive.
Why do I have the feeling you're about to lower my odds in that department? Do you mind?
In 1947, an alien spacecraft crashed in the desert outside Roswell, New Mexico. The wreckage was taken to the Air Force base nearby for testing. And of course, they were looking for weapons.
Sounds like the military hasn't changed too much. If you don't mind me asking, Doctor, how do you fit into all of this?
In 1984, I came on board Project Blueprint. My job was to carry on the work of deciphering the hieroglyphics found in the spacecraft. Anyway, in early 1996, word of a breakthrough spread throughout the complex. Now, apparently, someone had discovered that one of the alien instruments could generate minute quantities of anti-hydrogen. The big boys in Washington were ecstatic. Now, if you remember, the desert standoff was in effect, and we were looking for a technological edge over the Middle East bloc. Now, we had it in the palm of our hands. But unfortunately, as you know, things went very wrong.
That's the understatement of the century.
Well, the military was in such a hurry, they didn't take time to do any testing. Instead, they started a political incident, then proceeded to bomb the hell out of the Middle East.
Greatest snafu in history.
Now, after the war, I left the military, but I managed to smuggle out all my notes and other important items from Roswell. I secretly continued my
Ninjas!
Hey, Lloyd, don't move! I said freeze! Don't be stupid. Put it down! Look, I'm supposed to bring you back alive, not in a body bag. Say so.
John Agar's badass.
No! Back off. Back off!
It's the secret of the ooze.
My orders were to bring in Malloy alive. But I guess that don't apply to you, does it?
Looks like that ninja got a little hot under the collar.
I found Malloy just in time to watch him take a bullet. I wasn't sure whether that qualified as solving the case or not. Either way, I had to tell Fitzpatrick the bad news. He comes by my office, and I fill him in on what's happened. Second agent opened fire.
No!
Killed him. I barely got out of it alive. So for the next few minutes, I relate the events that led up to finding Malloy. But it's clear that his death is only part of the reason for Fitzpatrick's reaction. He's been withholding information from me since the beginning. Now it's time to find out what he knows about Malloy's work.
An unfortunate turn of events. Extremely unfortunate. Well, I guess this brings our partnership to an end. What do I owe you?
I think you owe me some detail.
To what do you refer?
Look, Malloy was onto something big. He was just about to tell me until someone turned him into a corkboard. I want to know what happened. But most of all, I want to know what's going on here.
No, don't get into it. Forget this business. Take the money and walk away.
Start at UHF station.
Too late. I'm already involved. Now, 1, possibly 3 NSA agents are dead. And for some strange reason, they're going to think that I'm involved with all this. And even if I wanted to drop out right now, the odds are they're going to find me and fill me with so much lead, they're going to be able to use me as a pencil. But aside from that, Malloy was onto something big. And those boxes are the key.
You know about the boxes?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that puts a different light on things, doesn't it? Well, if you insist on staying with this, becoming involved, as you say, I've got to be able to be sure that I can rely on you, trust you. You know, this isn't the kind of thing that you can sort of dabble in and then back away.
Well, normally I do have a little problem with commitment. But on this, I'm in 100%.
All right. Thomas Malloy and I, scientific researchers, were working together in Roswell. And we became friends. Our friendship really developed when we were transferred to China after the great disaster of World War III. After some time, Malloy took me into his confidence and showed me what he'd been secretly working on, translating ancient alien hieroglyphics, taken from the crash of that Roswell spacecraft.
So you know what it is he was going to tell me?
No, I don't think so. Not really. I knew that he'd been, deciphering these ancient hieroglyphics. Some of the symbols that were found there, the dominating symbol seemed to be, or the dominating information seemed to be, that there was a second spacecraft approaching the Earth. And there was a continuing, recurring symbol of a black sun. Mysterious. He didn't get that at all. That really bugged him.
Well, this is all really interesting. But it's not the kind of information somebody kills for.
Screw your head on straight. I'm ready to believe there is a second spacecraft down somewhere on this planet Earth unfound.
You know, UHF station.
Imagine that spacecraft filled with a technology that none of us have ever dreamed of. Imagine what someone would do to obtain that technology. Imagine what the government would do. Wouldn't it be worth killing for?
You've got one of the boxes, don't you?
I do. Receiving it led me to believe that my friend's life was in danger.
Well, then you probably know more about the boxes than I do.
Variations on a Chinese puzzle box. Tom had maybe 4, 5, or 6 of them made to his specifications while he was in China. Just some kind of a novelty, I think.
Do you know how to open them?
No. Never occurred to me to ask. Now, what do you know about the boxes?
Well, I had one, and the NSA picked me up. They gave me a choice between giving them the box or having my brains blown out.
Recovering that box has got to be our first priority. Otherwise, I doubt we can continue.
It's not going to be easy. I'll see what I can do. Just one more thing. You talked a lot about trusting me. Why should I trust you?
Mr. Murphy, I have more money and other vanities than I could possibly ever use. My purpose in being here at the center, if there is a center to all this, is to follow the trail towards which my old friend pointed me. I don't know where it will lead, but I intend to reach that end.
I guess we're in business. There's something about Fitzpatrick that makes me trust him totally, though I have been wrong in that area before. He knows about the boxes, same as Regan does, but their motivations seem to be worlds apart. I figure my best strategy is to stay right here on the middle ground. The fact of the matter is, I want to know what Malloy was going to tell me. That's my motivation. And the first step from here is to recover the box I handed over to the NSA.
You have any facts?
Okay, I am going to kill the stream here for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys could understand what was going on. Oh, man. I know, I have Apex. You'll have to wait for next time to see what is on the fax.